Hey, it's Yury Experience and today we are talking about proteins. That's Yury Experience. Last time we talked about macronutrients and their difference to micronutrients. If you didn't watch that video, I do recommend you to watch it prior to this one, so link is in the description below. And today we start with the first macronutrient, it's protein. You probably already have heard about protein. Protein is one of the main macronutrients that we need to eat in order to survive. All the proteins consist of amino acids. There are not so many of them, 20, and all the proteins that are in our bodies are consisting of these 20 amino acids. One of the main categorizations that there is for amino acids is whether they're essential or non-essential. Non-essential amino acids are amino acids that your body can produce itself. Essential amino acids are the amino acids that logically our body cannot produce, so we need to get them through food. I need to add here that there are also conditionally essential amino acids. These are amino acids that usually your body can produce, but in some conditions your body cannot. For example, if your body has some kind of disease or is ill. What can our body use protein for? Mostly building and repairing and restructuring. Being it our hair, our nails, or maybe enzymes to digest food, you can find proteins everywhere. Obviously, you can also find proteins in skin, in muscles, in bones, or pretty much every major part of the body. Then we have another question, how much protein you should consume per day? There are different numbers that you can find, that it actually depends on your targets. If you are a regular person and just want to maintain your weight and state of health, then 0.8 gram per kilogram of body weight shall be enough for you. Technically, there is a probability that maybe you need to consume less protein. It is the case if you have rather a lot of body weight, and then I would recommend you to calculate this 0.8 gram per kilogram of your lean mass. Lean weight would be your body weight minus your fat weight. You can look up images and kind of find out what is your body fat percentage, and then you can calculate how much body fat you have. For example, I weigh around 90 kilograms and my body fat percentage is somewhere between 15 and 20%. So then my lean mass would be somewhere around 72, 73. In my case, the difference is not that huge, but if you have slightly more weight, then the difference may be bigger for you, and then you shall consider on cutting some of the protein. On the other hand, if you want to build more muscles, then you need to consume more protein. If I'm not mistaken, the number is somewhere between 1.6 and 2.2 gram per kilogram of body weight. Why do I say a range? It is because there are a lot of research and there is no one answer, at least at this moment, according to my knowledge. And this amount of protein that you can calculate with this easy formula, you shall consume every day. Our bodies cannot store protein. We can store fats, we can store carbohydrates, but we cannot store proteins. That is why it is crucial to eat foods that have all the essential amino acids in them every day. And now we come to the controversial topic. So there are two major sources of proteins. These are animal products and plant products. I mean, basically these products are the sources of all macronutrients, but the biggest discussion is in field of proteins. Let us discuss some similarities and some differences. Most, if not all, animal products contain relatively big amount of protein that our bodies can absorb pretty well. In the plants world, there are products with more protein and less protein. There are products that almost have no protein to them. And usually the absorption rate by plant products is lower than by the animal products. I think the highest absorption rate from normal products from animal products has beef, and from plant products soybeans. Then about amino acids. All of the animal products contain all of the essential amino acids in that amount that our body needs. By plant products, the situation is slightly more difficult. There are little to no products that contain all of the amino acids that we need, and the products that do contain all of the amino acids normally don't have sufficient amount of all of them. However, it can be easily solved if you combine different plant products. Then some examples: animal products, beef, chicken, fish, milk, eggs, stuff like that. By plant products, first come to mind soya, then we have other sorts of beans. All of the beans that you have over there have a lot of protein in them. Then we have nuts, seeds, and maybe something else, but it just doesn't jump to my mind. I will write a list here. There are actually a lot of products that have some amount of protein. Then let's touch the controversy. There is an opinion that proteins from animal products are worse than proteins from plant products. There is no evidence that proteins from animal products are better or worse than proteins from plant products. What is indeed different is the package. If we are talking about animal products, we don't just talk about proteins. We talk about fats, we talk about carbohydrates, we talk about how exactly the food was prepared, whether a lot of salt was used, and a lot of other factors. And completely the same story we have by plant products. And although the package can lead to some problems, some meats are associated with some illnesses or diseases, but to be honest with you, same story can be applied for plant products. I will definitely touch this topic in a different video, but from this video you can get that proteins from animal products are not better or worse than proteins from plant products. Yes, they have different absorption rate, normally different amount of amino acids, but it also depends on the package and it also depends what you eat that products with. But proteins and amino acids are just proteins and amino acids. You just need some amount of them. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I do videos every day and today we have nutrition, tomorrow we'll have different topic. I can't remember which one exactly. But if you are interested, subscribe to this channel, push a like if you don't have a problem with pushing a like down there. And if you have any questions about nutrition, ask them in the comments and I will answer them either in a comment section or I will answer them in a different video or I will read about them because I don't know everything, but I know something. That's all for today and I'll see you tomorrow.